y'all! Welcome to the Wildflower Magic Podcast. I am Katie. I currently live in Virginia with my partner and our 4 animals. We have 2 big dogs and 2 little cats. You might see some of them running around. Their cat tree is right here, so they might hop in and out of view once in a while. But yeah, I live in Virginia. I work at my local yarn store, and I have a lot of projects to share with you. So pull up a drink and your project and let's sit and chat for a little bit. I'm drinking coffee. It's always coffee. In my super cute Pooh Bear mug that my mom got me. My entire kitchen, all of my dishes are Winnie the Pooh. Except my coffee mugs, they are an array of literally everything. But all of my dishes are Winnie the Pooh. My mom worked so hard to find them for me, so special. Okay, let's start with what I'm wearing. We'll start at the very top. This is the Ponderosa hat. I think I've shown it on the podcast before, but I can't remember. The pattern is the Ponderosa hat by Wool and Pine Designs. Everything that I talk about will be linked in the description box below, of course. So a link to this pattern will be there. So this is a cabled hat. I used La Bien-Aimé's Corrie worsted in the color anemone. And this pom-pom is from a German company that I don't know how to pronounce. So it's a faux fur, but it's so soft and fluffy. I gave it just a little steam and look how bouncy it is. It does not feel like faux fur. It definitely feels real, but and it didn't have to hurt any animals. So, I'm not about the pom-poms that come from animals where you can't take their fur without hurting them. I got this from the store that I work at, so I will put the link to them in the description box. It's so bouncy. I made it kind of long so that I can slouch it if I want to, but I usually don't. I usually fold my brim, and then it dances on top of my head when I talk. Okay, the sweater that I'm wearing, this is the Coastal Crop Raglan by Tiff Handmade. The yarn that I used, I'll stand up and give you a full view in a second. The yarn that I used is Native Fibers. This color was called Sweater Weather. And then this was just some scraps of, I believe it was a Plymouth Yarn Co. yarn. I don't remember. It's a non-superwash, DK, some type of wool. I don't know. So there's that contrast on the collar here. And let me see if I can stand up without knocking everything over. Ooh. So it's got that. I decided to add the contrast color as a bind-off detail. It does have a split hem on the side, and it has this super cute, lacy detail up the side of the raglan. Up the side of the raglan. What am I saying? Sorry that my voice is a little scratchy. It got really cold really fast, and I'm having a little bit of a, not quite a cold, but whatever, I'm a little congesty. Up the side of the body, not the side of the raglan. Although that detail is also on the raglan. Peep my butterfly through my lacy detail on the raglan. Super cute. My only modification, I think, was I usually do my sleeves longer because I like really, really long sleeves. And I added that contrast on the bind off as well, just because I thought it was fun. Okay, that's what I'm wearing. So, let's move on to what I have finished since last time I talked to you. I don't have everything in front of me, partially because 2 of the things I finished were for Alan, and he is currently wearing them. Because once I finish something, he doesn't take them off as much as he possibly can. So, which is why I keep making him things. But this is one of the things I finished. This is a Sophie scarf. The pattern is by Petite Knit. And the yarn that I used, I don't have the label for it, so I'm not exactly sure what the name of it was. I bought it like probably almost 3 years ago, maybe over 3 years ago now. It is from a dyer named What the Flock, and it was in some Disney collection that they had going on. So this was an Ariel themed colorway, but I don't remember what the name was. But it's my little ascot. I have learned since this pattern came out that people don't know what an ascot is. This is an ascot. Like what Fred wears in Scooby-Doo, that's an ascot. So just wear it like that usually. It's so cute. I made this. So I recently went to Disney and I made this right before I left for Disney because I thought that would be such a cute detail to have. But it was like 100 degrees the whole time we were there, so I never got to wear it at Disney. I have worn it since I got back though. Yeah, that's one thing that I finished. I actually finished 2 of these. The other one is just in a gray alpaca yarn that I had. The yarn that I used for that one, I don't think I have another skein close by. The yarn that I used for that one is from Furwood Alpaca Farm. There we go, Furwood Farm. It's an alpaca rescue in Washington State, where I used to live. And their labels are so cute because they put pictures of the alpacas that contributed to that skein of yarn or that batch of yarn. And their pictures always have like hay all over them, and they're very goofy. So I love that place, and I love their yarn. So I have an alpaca one that I also made that's just gray. So I made 2 of those. They're such fun one skein projects. Love it. What else have I finished? Oh, I finished a hat for Alan. Alan requested a black hat because that's the only color that he's allowed to wear with his uniform, so it had to be black and just kind of like a plain beanie. So I used Woolfolk Far, which is one of the softest yarns ever. It's magic. It's just merino. It's not superwash or anything. It's just merino. But it is so incredibly soft and fluffy. So I made him a black hat out of that, and he has not stopped wearing it, so I can put pictures in because I did make him do a photo shoot with me. So I'll put some pictures in of that. I didn't use a pattern, I don't think. I just cast on, I think I just guessed, honestly. I just cast on maybe like 100 and some stitches. I don't know. I might have looked at a reference from another pattern and just went with that. Maybe I referenced this one and just went with that. I don't remember. Anyways, no pattern for that one. I just did ribbing until I didn't want to do ribbing anymore, and then I just knit it until he said it was slouchy enough. He wanted it super slouchy. Super slouchy. So that's what we did. He loves it. That's all that matters. He's worn it every day that it has been chilly. He's very excited about it. And he works in a submarine. So they're in dry dock right now though, but the engine room, he works in the engine room, and they don't really have like heat or anything, so it's just whatever the temperature of the water is, and it's getting pretty cold, so he loves having it to be able to wear at work. I also finished a pair of socks for him that he's also currently wearing. So that's exciting. So I did finish a couple things since the last time I've chatted with you. And I am working on a lot of things, so let's go into works in progress. Vader says hi. Okay, I'm going to start with this sweater that I have been working on. If I can open the back, there we go. Vader. Okay, so let me get untangled here. This is the Putney sweater by Aimee Loudon. And this yarn that I'm using is native fibers. I am using 2 held together. This is a fingering weight, and it is in the colorway I Choose Immortal Life. And then this is a Suri alpaca, and it's in the color Prancing Pony. Both of these colors are Lord of the Rings inspired. They're in her Lord of the Rings inspired collection. And so this will be my entry into the fall fandom make-along. Actually, so will this because Disney's a fandom. But these will both be entries into the fall fandom make-along that Nicole of Common Thread Fiber is hosting on her Discord page, The Thread. Here is the start of it. Can I get back far enough? Here's the start of it. This sleeve has no decreases. It's just super poofy and then rapidly decreasing at the cuff. And so I've got part of the body, one sleeve, and a little more than half of the second sleeve done. The reason I did the sleeves first is because when I ordered this yarn, I was sick. Like, I wasn't feeling well. And I was so out of it. Totally ordered the wrong number of yarn. And Megan even texted me. Meg's tried to save me so much. She texted me like 4 times and was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And I didn't even remember this conversation, so I had to go back and read our texts when she said, I told you you ordered the wrong amount of yarn for this sweater. And I was like, no, you didn't. She did. Like 4 times, guys. I was so out of it. So she was like, are you sure? Because that's not going to work. And I'm like, no, it'll be fine. It was not fine. Okay. So, what I decided to do was, since I now have 2 dye lots coming in, and her fingering is, like, identical. You can't tell them apart at all. But Alpaca, like, Suri Alpaca hardly ever dyes exactly the same. So, the new dye lot is just a smidge darker than the current one, which is totally fine. But I decided that what I'm going to do is do both of the sleeves, and then I'll add the new dye lot in on the collar and the body, because it won't, I didn't want one sleeve to be slightly darker than the other. I felt like that would bother me. So we're going to do the sleeves in the same dye lot, and then I'll just kind of fade the new dye lot in here, and then the collar will probably be the new dye lot, but I think that will look fine. So I don't think it's dark enough that it's really going to be super noticeable since it is so variegated, but I thought it might bother me. So that's what I'm doing. Also, I do like doing the sleeves first because then I like cropped. Obviously, the sweater is super cropped. I like cropped sweaters a lot, so I don't usually have a... Ash is about to jump up and knock my camera over. Okay. Rude. I don't have, like, a sweater length that I have to have. Like, it doesn't have to hit my, my waist or anything like that. So... or my hips, I guess. It does need to hit my waist at least, but it doesn't need to hit like my hips or anything like that. So I kind of do the sweater in, I'll do like the raglan, and then I'll do the sleeves and then the collar, and then I'll just kind of knit until I run out of yarn and see how long that gets me. Ashes, please. So there's that. I have to show off this super cute stitch marker. Maybe. That's Ursula. You can kind of see it. Okay, well, it's Ursula. My friend got me an entire pack of Disney villain stitch markers from somewhere on Etsy, and I love them. They're perfect. But yeah, so that's the Putney sweater by Aimee Loudon. I'm so excited to have this and wear it. It's the coziest sweater. So, super excited for that. Okay, next up, I will talk about, I had really good intentions of when I was in Disney, I was going to have like socks going to knit in line and to knit while we were waiting for food and to knit when we were hanging out at the hotel. That did not happen. Oh, this isn't even the right bag. Maybe I can't show you because this isn't the right bag. This does have yarn in it. This is how I finished Alan's socks. So this is Twisted Ambition, Don't Rock the Jukebox, and Sheep Graffiti Fall Orange. That was the color combo that Alan chose. So that's what his socks look like. I thought my socks were in this bag. Now I have to find them. I don't know where they are. Okay, well, the only thing that I got done was like the leg of one sock, and it was a self-striping yarn, so it's really, really cool. It was from Desert Vista Dye Works. That's going to really bother me that I don't know where these socks are. If I find them before I finish editing this, I will add a picture, but otherwise I'll just show you next time. It's just the leg of a sock. It is self-striping yarn, so it's pretty fun, but we'll talk about that next time. Moving on. Okay, so the other thing that I'm working on is one of my dear friends, Jodi, of the Worsted Wolf. She's Worsted Wolf on Instagram, Worsted Wolf Designs on Ravelry, I think. She is in the process of releasing her very first pattern, and I was lucky enough to be a test knitter, and by lucky enough, I mean I harassed her, probably a very obnoxious amount, so that I could test. So I like stalked her for a few days when she said she was going to put the links up. It's fine. Anyways, this is the yarn that I am using. This is from Aster Fiber Co. Aster Fiber Co. is kind of this is my first time using them, but they are local. They're just, I mean, they're in the same state. They're a few hours away, but they're in the same state as me. So that's cool. I was really glad that I get to try out their yarn. This is on their Composite DK, which is a superwash merino nylon base, and the color is Retrograde. It is in a ball because my winder is atrocious, and I got so frustrated the last time I tried to wind something that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pop this on the Swift and wind it by hand because that's much more enjoyable to me right now. So it's in a cute little ball. The pattern is the Valkyrie headband. It is based on the Valkyrie from the second book of the A Court of Thorn and Roses. Wow, these words, guys, sorry. A Court of Thorn and Roses. It's the second book, which is A Court of Mist and Fury, I feel like. Did I mess that up? I don't know. I haven't started it yet. I read the first one. I haven't started the second one yet. It's based off of a character from the second book in that series. So it is a headband, a lacy headband. Oh, get that needle out of there. So we have this fun lace pattern going on. This color is gorgeous. I love it so much. So this is the beginning of my test. I have a little ways to go before it'll wrap all the way around my brain, but I think it's going to be cute with my hair until I change my hair color again. But yeah, so we started with a provisional cast on, so I have this fun purple that won't be there at the end, but there is my test. I have to show you my stitch markers because I love them. This is my little Frankenstein stitch marker. Oh, rude, turn around. This is my Frankenstein stitch marker. I have no idea where I got him. I don't remember. I've had him for a very long time. This one is little coffee beans from Twin Mountain Handcrafts in, also in Virginia, in Roanoke, Virginia, I think. Are they that far north? I think so. We're going to go with that. Isn't it pretty? I'm obsessed with how this yarn is working up. I started this yesterday. I've been procrastinating because I didn't want to wind my yarn. So I got around that by just hand winding it into a ball. And it seemed to work out pretty well. Okay, I think that's everything that I am working on right now. I'm trying really hard to get my sweater finished because I need to cast on my mom's Christmas sweater, or her Yule sweater. We celebrate Yule. But I need to cast that sweater on for her. I'm doing the Whitmore sweater by Aimee Loudon. And I need to kind of hurry up on that. So I need to get my sweater done. So that's probably going to be my next cast on. I don't typically do an acquisition section, but I have a couple of things that I really want to show y'all, so I'm going to show you. Crinkle warning. Sorry, I should have taken this out first. Okay, sorry. This is a new base from Native Fibers. This is called Wildflower Worsted, because she named it after me. How nice was that? The color is Samwise the Brave. So pretty. This is a non-superwash base, which is why she named it after me, because I am obsessed with non-superwash bases. And she had been wanting to bring one in for a while, so we're having a Wildflower collection now. Collective collection. I don't remember what she decided on, but we have Wildflower worsted, so I got how many did I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I got 6 of them. Because I'm going to remake my Golden Haul shawl from Common Thread, from Nicole of Common Thread Fiber, Common Thread Designs. Oh my gosh. These words. Common Thread Fibers. Nicole. I will link her below. She came out with the Golden Haul shawl, and I knit it in a color very similar to this when I tested, but it was a superwash base, and I wasn't obsessed with it. And that was in a not very good time. I lost 2 of my animals during that test, and so I ended up dropping out of the test. I wasn't able to complete it, but I'm starting over with a non-superwash base in a gorgeous color, and the color is Samwise the Brave, and the shawl is the Golden Haul shawl, which is inspired by the Golden Gates of Rohan. So, or the Golden Hall of Rohan. So, same fandom. It's perfect. So I'm excited for that. I am not sure when that's going to get cast on. Probably not until the new year, but we'll see. One more crinkle warning, and then there shouldn't be any more. This is another color on the Wildflower worsted base. This is Briar Rose. And I also got a sweater's quantity worth of this. And I had a plan for it, but now I can't recall what that plan was, so I'll have to go back and look. Can you tell that I have a favorite color? I don't know. Can you tell? I feel like everything I've shown you today is purple. Okay, so those are some acquisitions that I'm really excited about. And I have one more box to share. So I joined La Mercerie, is a yarn store in Washington State. And they are hosting a sock swap. Is that what they're calling it? A winter sock swap. So it's over for this year, so maybe next year. But you basically fill out a questionnaire, and they pair you with somebody. They match you with somebody based on what your answers are in the questionnaire. And you send each other little goodie boxes of sock yarn. So I got mine. I can't show you what I'm giving her yet because she hasn't gotten it yet. So you just have to wait. But we started off with, my partner. I should tell you her name. Her name is Miriam. She is the Book Witch on Instagram. And Emily from Gently Chaotic Knits, she's the one who matched people. She has a podcast, and she's Emily Kurt on Instagram. And I think Emily Kurt on Ravelry too. She has a few patterns that she just released. She just released the dad sweater this week on Wednesday. Magic. I love it. I cannot wait to cast that on. It looks so, so good. Anyways, we started with a beautiful card. Look at this super cute Studio Ghibli sticker. She threw some dried flowers in here, which makes me super happy. But I was saying that Emily did a fantastic job of pairing us together because we have so much in common that this is going to be a great friendship that just started. So we got some right side, wrong side stitch markers from Katrinkles. This is from Folklore Candle Company, and it's called The Storyteller. And it smells like wood smoke, charred cedar, and glowing amber. And it is the best. I'm going to have to go buy a huge one of this because I'm never going to stop burning it. So I need a giant one if they sell those. But it's wonderful. And then for the yarn, One of the things that the questionnaire asks about is like bases, what weight do you prefer, what colors do you like rate, neutrals, gem tones, brights, whatever. And anything else important, like any holiday celebrations that you want your person to know about. I said that I celebrate Yule. They also celebrate Yule. How cool is that? But we both love Halloween, like year-round Halloween. So she got me a Halloween set of sock yarn. These are both from Hauteknit yarns, Haute, Hot. They're based in Brunswick, Maine. This is called Witch's Stew. It's on their Jimmy sock, which is fingering weight 75-25 superwash merino nylon. Look how cute that is. And then the mini is on the same base, and it's called You Got Lucky. I love it. It's actually not a mini. It's a half skein. It's 50 grams. So I love it. Thank you so much, Miriam. That was wonderful to open. I was so excited about it. But yeah, that's all the acquisitions that I'm going to share today. I don't usually do acquisitions, but I had to share those things. And I guess that one's not really an acquisition. I didn't buy it. It was a gift, but I do have her stuff. I'm going to be sending her box out this week. So stay tuned. All right. Reading. I did finish A Court of Thorn and Roses. I don't remember if I talked about that last time or not. I have the second book. Megan so kindly gifted it to me because my library was like a 3-month hold, like a 3-month wait for the book. So she was like, I can't wait that long. You have to read it. So she bought it for me, and then I haven't read it because I am not a very good friend. She bought it for me, and I got distracted by other things, and I kind of needed a break because the second book gets pretty dark. So I wanted to take a break. I did read this. It's called Murder, She Knit by Peggy Earhart. It is book 1 of a 9-book series. She's working on the 10th one right now. It was cute. The cover is so cute. I found this at my local coffee shop has like one of those libraries outside where you like take a book, leave a book. And that was in there, so I took it. I'm going to take it back and let somebody else read it. It was cute. I wasn't a huge fan. I don't think I'll continue the series. It was a Nancy Drew-esque lighthearted murder mystery, which I love. I loved the storyline. I wasn't a huge fan of the characters, and I just felt like it was really drawn out when it didn't need to be. Like, personal preference. I just didn't want to spend that much time reading about like things like China, fine china, and throw pillows. Not really what I'm super interested in. But if you liked it, more power to you. It was a cute read, and it was a fun read, and it was very fast, so I got through it really, really quickly. So it was a nice lighthearted kind of break. I've been reading some really, really dark stuff lately, so it was kind of a lighter topic, which I'm not quite sure what it says about me that I use a murder mystery as like a lighthearted break from dark stuff, but whatever, there we are. What else have I been reading? I don't have my Kindle up here, so I don't even remember. I read something while we were like traveling to and from Disney. I should have written it down because now I can't remember. And then I found that there's a book club close to me, and they're meeting up next week. So today I'm going to start the book that they're reading, but I don't remember what that's called either. So I was not very prepared today. I apologize. I'll be starting my book club book today, but I don't remember what it's called. I'll share with you next time and let you know how the book club meeting went, I guess. As far as watching, as usual, not much. Disney movies, a lot of Disney movies, a lot of documentaries. That's about it. I don't really watch a lot. A lot of podcasts. But yeah, other than that, I'm just kind of readjusting to getting back into the swing of things after being gone for a week and being at Disney. That was so much fun. We had such a great time. We went right around, like, the week of Halloween, so got to see all the Halloween decorations, and then afterwards got to see all the Christmas decorations, so that was really fun. We got to see the Mickey parade and all kinds of super fun stuff. Met a few princesses, met a few characters. It was a great time. We stayed in a really, really nice hotel. We got to do a whole spa day with like a couple's hot rocks massage and a private jacuzzi, and it was so nice. Definitely a super fun treat. So we're kind of adjusting to being back into the real world after all of that. But it's good. It's fine. Unfortunately, my car is broken, so Alan and I are carpooling. We're sharing his car, which is kind of rough because that means I have to get up super early and take him to work and then go pick him up after work, or on days that I don't have to go anywhere, he just takes the car. So like today, he just has the car, so I'm kind of stuck at home, which isn't the most fun thing, but whatever. Gives me lots of knitting time, so hopefully I'll get some things accomplished. I'm hoping that I can crank out this headband today. That would be super, super fun. But other than that, I think that's about it, really. I don't have a whole lot coming up. Just working. Oh, we had Sip and Stitch night again at Beach Vodka in Virginia Beach last Thursday. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I am constantly just blown away by the response to these. It's so cool to have like so many of my friends in one room at the same time. And it's also really cool because some of those people I don't get to hang out with like one-on-one, kind of outside of the store where I'm working and busy and not able to just sit and hang out. So it's really cool to have that opportunity to just go sit and hang out with people, have a few drinks, have a wonderful time. Beach Vodka is an amazing host. They are so kind and considerate, and we have such a fun time. So that was a blast. I am planning next month's already. I think it's going to be Thursday, December 8th. I just have to check with Beach Vodka and make sure that that's cool with them. But Thursday, December 8th, if you are local to Virginia Beach, and you want to swing by, it's at Beach Vodka on Oceana Boulevard, and it'll be 5 to 8. But keep your eye on my Instagram because I will post confirmation as soon as I get it. Other than that, yeah, not a lot going on. So I'm going to go knit a little bit. I might have a doggy play date today. We'll see if my friend wants to swing by or not. And I hope you all are doing great. I hope you're getting lots of crafting done. I hope that the weather change hasn't been too hard on you. If you're in an area where the weather is turning winterward, or has already maybe. It's been in like the 40s here. I'm not having a great time with it, but it's okay. All right, I hope that you guys are doing well. Let me know what you're working on. Follow me on Instagram at Wildflower Magic 18. And I will chat with y'all later. Happy crafting! Bye!